Oh my god, I just got home in time to see the new trailer for the next James Bond movie, Spectre. Look it up online now, people. It is awesome! But wait, what did I just get home from? Where was I just now? Ah, crap! Home is a 2015 family animated picture by DreamWorks that stars Rihanna, Jim Parsons, and Steve Martin for some reason. I'll get to that in a minute. But basically, this movie is shockingly complicated. The trailers just make it look like it's another buddy-buddy alien comedy. But considering the only other option this weekend was to see Will Ferrell and Kevin Hart just play the same characters they play over and over again, I thought this might be a little bit more interesting. And this movie, I don't even know where to begin plot-wise. It's about these aliens that are like really weak, and so they go and they only invade planets that are weaker than them. So of course, naturally, they come to Earth, and then things get weird. Then they put people in like these kind of like pods and bowl stuff, and they're in these dream states, and they take over the planet. Done and done. But then this little girl played by Rihanna gets out and meets this alien called O, who doesn't agree with what his people want. He wants to learn more about other places. He wants peace, cultural changes and stuff, all that kind of stuff. And these two go on a journey to save her mom and potentially save humanity and change the alien race for the better. That might sound simple enough, I suppose, but the way this movie goes about this plot could not be more jumbled and a mess. And on the one hand, I think I should address this now. If you've seen the trailers, the film looks very cute and cartoony. That, I think, actually does work to the movie's advantage, as you're not supposed to hate the aliens. And I'll say this much, though. I didn't hate the aliens as a whole. They just didn't leave much of an impact. Like I said, Steve Martin plays the main villain alien. I didn't realize this till the end credits, because I just didn't care about anything. The aliens aren't very interesting, and the plot, the way it goes about it, it's like it's trying to be kid-friendly, but it wants to almost feel sort of with adult, so it's got these weird angles and these strange colors, and, you know, tries to work in some adult humor and all this stuff, and it just doesn't work. I mean, again, look, I love when you put adult themes and stuff in kids' movies. I think that can be really good, and it's really good for kids to see that. But the way this movie goes about it, it can't figure out if it wants to do it purely comedic or be serious with it, and it just goes nowhere, and this whole film just feels like a complete mess because it can't make up its mind of what it wants its tone to be. And that's sort of all I can say about it, is that it is just this jumbled mess. Even kids in the theater didn't seem to care. A lot of them lost interest after the first hour. The movie's not long, it's only about 90 minutes, but you could just tell that they were confused, they were jumbled, they couldn't tell what the plot was. I couldn't tell either. As far as the acting goes, Rihanna is actually functional as this kid. I mean, there's nothing special to her or anything like that, but for what it wasn't like when she was in Battleship. It's feasible enough, and she makes the kid relatable enough. And it is always cool to see diversity in these kinds of movies. It's not always just white people. That was kind of cool. Jim Parsons, if you like Big Bang Theory and you like him, you'll like his performance, I hope. I don't like Jim Parsons, and I don't like Big Bang Theory, so I didn't like it that much, but I got where it was going. Steve Martin and the rest of the cast is just sort of there for the sake of being there. They didn't really have enough time to leave an impact, and that's just sort of this movie. It's just this generic kids film that doesn't really have much of a plot because it has too much of a plot and doesn't want to present it in a consistent pattern. So I'm going to say that Home is a 3 out of 10. It has nice animation for what it is, and there are some funny scenes, and I did sort of like some of the color changes on the aliens were cool, but other than that, this is just a really forgettable movie. Kids don't even seem that interested, so just go see, I'd say, Insurgent, I don't know. But what do you think? In the comment section below, give me your thoughts on these kinds of movies, and what do you think works better? To make them just purely for kids, or try and get the adult audience in there as well? And as always, click to like and click to subscribe, because I try to bring you things not just in a dream state.